Hello everyone, welcome to Stoic Teachings. In today's video, sit back and enjoy as we will uncover the telltale signs of a psychopath, but we shall not do so merely to recognize the danger. Instead, we aim to equip ourselves with the fortitude and self-control to face these challenges, as the Stoics before us have done. All I ask is that you watch this video in its entirety. Remember, our purpose is not to fear the darkness, but to understand it, and through understanding, to rise above it. Psychopaths are the ones that act out lunatic thoughts while we just think them. Let that sink in. Now let's begin. Number 1. Lack of empathy for others. When confronted with a psychopath's lack of empathy, we see someone who is disconnected from the feelings and experiences of others. This detachment is a clear violation of what the Stoics believe to be the natural order of human relations, where empathy and compassion are key to our social existence. The Stoic philosopher Seneca, in his writings, often emphasized the importance of understanding and sharing in the sufferings of others. He wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." In a world where empathy is lacking, the Stoics' challenge is to remain connected to their inner sense of compassion, seeing the absence of empathy in others as a call to deepen their own. By reflecting on this absence in others, we are reminded of the importance of cultivating and nurturing our own capacity for empathy, ensuring that it guides our actions and judgments. Number 2. The charming mask. Superficial charm is a mask, a veneer that psychopaths use to manipulate and deceive. This charm can easily lure us into complacency or false trust. The Stoic approach, however, calls for discernment and the exercise of reason over emotion. Epictetus reminds us that it is not things that upset us, but our judgments about things. To avoid being ensnared by charm, we must practice careful judgment, distinguishing between appearance and reality. The Stoic remains guarded, not out of mistrust, but out of a commitment to truth and authenticity. We strive to see people as they truly are, not as they present themselves to be. This ability to see beyond the surface protects us from manipulation and allows us to navigate the world with clarity and purpose. Number 3. The master manipulator. Manipulation is a common tool of the psychopath, used to bend others to their will. They exploit emotions, weaknesses, and desires to achieve their ends. The Stoic response to manipulation is grounded in the cultivation of inner strength and self-awareness. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one. By embodying virtue and focusing on our own actions rather than the actions of others, we become impervious to manipulation. The Stoics' power lies in their ability to control their own mind, to remain steadfast in the face of external pressures, and to act according to reason rather than impulse or emotion. Through this, we resist the manipulative efforts of others and maintain our integrity. Number 4. Pathological lying. A psychopath's pathological lying is an affront to the Stoics' commitment to truth. Lies are destructive, corroding trust, and disrupting the harmony of human interactions. For a Stoic, truth is not just a moral imperative, it is the foundation of a well-ordered life. Seneca stated, "Truth is the first step in the pursuit of greatness. Living truthfully requires courage to face uncomfortable realities, to speak honestly even when it is difficult, and to hold others to the same standard. By adhering to the truth, we maintain our dignity and our connection to the rational order of the world. In the presence of lies, we must double down on our commitment to honesty, using it as a shield to protect our minds from the corruption of deceit." Number 5. Lack of remorse. A psychopath's lack of remorse is a clear indicator of their disconnection from the moral fabric that binds humanity. Without remorse, there is no learning, no growth, no correction of wrongs. They are stuck in the fixed mindset. The Stoic, however, understands the importance of self-reflection and the role of conscience in guiding behavior. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This understanding leads us to compassion rather than anger when faced with those who lack remorse. We recognize that their inability to feel guilt is a reflection of their inner turmoil. By maintaining our own moral compass, we ensure that we do not mirror their behavior. Instead, we rise above it, using their lack of remorse as a lesson in the importance of accountability and the cultivation of a just and ethical character. Number 6. Parasitic lifestyle. A parasitic lifestyle, where one lives off the efforts of others without contributing, is antithetical to the Stoic ideal of self-sufficiency. They will avoid responsibility, lack self-sufficiency, and frequently seek to live off the hard work or resources of others, much like a parasite in the natural world feeds off its host. By embracing simplicity and focusing on what we can control, we free ourselves from the dependencies that trap others in parasitic relationships. The Stoic seeks to contribute, to add value to the world, and to live in a way that is self-sustaining. This mindset not only protects us from the exploitation of others, but also empowers us to live according to our highest values, free from the entanglements of those who seek to take without giving. Number 7. A selfish behavior. Promiscuity in the psychopath reflects a lack of self-control and a disregard for the consequences of their actions. For the Stoic, chastity and purity are not just about abstinence, but about respect for oneself and others. Seneca reminds us that the greatest empire is to be the master of oneself. The Stoic strives to align their desires with their principles, ensuring that their actions are honorable and that they treat others with the dignity and respect they deserve. By doing so, we maintain our integrity and avoid the chaos and destruction that comes from unbridled indulgence. Number 8. Irresponsibility. Irresponsibility is a hallmark of the psychopath who avoids the consequences of their actions and fails to take ownership of their life. A psychopath typically acts irresponsibly by neglecting commitments, showing little regard for the consequences of their actions. They might frequently break promises, miss deadlines, or fail to follow through on tasks, prioritizing their own interests over any obligations they've made to others. Financial irresponsibility is common, with reckless spending, accumulating debt, and taking financial risks without concern for the impact on others. This irresponsibility extends even to parenting, where they may neglect their duties, failing to provide proper care and support for their children, further highlighting their disregard for the well-being of others. Number 9. Lack of long-term goals. A life without long-term goals is a life adrift, lacking direction and meaning. Psychopaths often live moment to moment, driven by immediate gratification rather than a sense of purpose. Psychopaths also experience shallow emotions, which means they don't form deep, lasting connections or attachments, leading them to focus on short-term gains and pleasures rather than long-term outcomes. Their manipulative nature reinforces this tendency, as they often use charm and deceit to satisfy their current needs without thinking about the future. Additionally, their diminished capacity to fear or understand the consequences of their actions results in risky or reckless behavior, further emphasizing their focus on the present. Number 10. Impulsivity. Impulsivity is perhaps the most dangerous trait of the psychopath, leading them to act without consideration of the consequences. This impulsivity stems from a combination of neurological and psychological factors that make them less sensitive to the consequences of their actions. Psychopaths often lack the normal fear response that helps most people anticipate and avoid negative outcomes, leading them to act on immediate desires without considering the risks or long-term effects. Without strong feelings of guilt, empathy, or anxiety to hold them back, psychopaths are more likely to engage in risky, reckless, and self-serving behaviors on a whim, driven by the need for instant gratification and excitement. In facing the darkness that a psychopath embodies, we are reminded of the light within ourselves. The Stoic path is not about changing the world or others, but about transforming ourselves. Thank you for embarking on this philosophical journey with me. May you continue to cultivate the virtues of Stoicism, finding strength and peace in the pursuit of wisdom. Stay strong, stay wise, and continue to strive for the excellence that makes life truly meaningful. Good day.